From the country that brought you bad cars, good vodka, and the manliest of presidents comes the YotaPhone 2. This has got to be one of the most interesting smartphones we've ever seen. So what makes this phone so special? 2 screens, one AMOLED, like many Android smartphones, the other a Kindle-like e-ink display. Going round to the front, it's a typical smartphone. A screen similar in size to the Galaxy S5, with a familiar pebble shape, fast enough processor, and enough battery to last a day. Flip it around, however, and things get a lot more interesting. The YotaPhone's e-ink second screen activates when you flip the device around. Although not quite as sharp as the panels on Kindle's Paperwhite, it's an excellent viewing experience that's far more comfortable than any other smartphone display. This makes it fantastic for reading long articles, ebooks, checking social media, email, or navigating with Google Maps. And you can leave these apps on the screen all day. If there's one thing that Russians excel at, it's holding on to power. YotaPhone says it's the most power-efficient smartphone in the world. That's because the e-ink display uses an incredible 7 times less battery than your average smartphone display. I used this phone for a solid 2 days while using just the AMOLED screen, but doubled it to 4 when swapping to the e-ink side. And if you're desperate for another few hours of power, you can switch on Yota Energy, a low power mode that gives you an extra 8.5 hours for the remaining 15% of the battery. On the AMOLED side, I found it fast, fluid, and stutter-free. It runs a slightly modified version of Android 4.4 KitKat with a 5.0 Lollipop software incoming soon. So what's bad about it? Well, unlike dedicated ebook readers, there is no backlight, which means it's impossible to read in the dark. Also, the camera is pretty mediocre and well short of the competition. But the big issue is that it's not offered by any of the local carriers, so you'll have to pay the full price of $859. At that price, you could buy both a Nexus 5 and a Kindle Paperwhite and still walk away with a hunk of change. In a nutshell, it's more of a phone for oligarchs than proletariats. If you've got the cash to burn, however, the YotaPhone 2 is a breath of fresh air in an otherwise stale smartphone market.